When creating a new source of income, new freelancers will be confronted to a choice: become part-time complementary self-employed or become full-time self-employed. If you are at least half-time employed, then you have access to the complementary self-employed status. And it's got many advantages, so let's go over them. We'll tackle this question from 3 major cost variables that will affect your decision: social contributions, VAT, and income tax. First, let's go over the social contributions. If you already have an employer paying for your social contributions, then when you start, your provisionary self-employed social contributions will be much lower than if you were full-time self-employed. What I mean by that is that the minimum that you will be paying each quarter is up to 9 times less than the minimum for a full-time self-employed. This is an advantage if you're starting out small, because paying very low social contributions will remove some stress of starting your activity. Of course, as your revenue increases, so will your social contributions invoices until they reach the same as every other self-employed, which is 20.5% of your revenue. Next question to ask yourself is about VAT. Do you think that your new activity will gross you more than 25,000 euros a year? If not, which is the case of most complementary self-employed, you can adopt the franchise VAT regime, which means that you will not be invoicing VAT to your clients. But that also means that you cannot deduct the VAT from your purchases. This really simplifies your accounting since there are no VAT declarations to prepare every quarter. This is particularly interesting if you don't have a lot of costs associated to your new activity. Last question is about income tax. Keep in mind that your complementary self-employed revenue will be cumulated with your employee revenue. What does this mean? If your employee income is already high, then your complementary self-employed revenue will be heavily taxed. This is due to the evolutionary nature of the tax rate in Belgium. And this is one of the main reasons you might want to skip the complementary self-employed status and go straight to full-time self-employed. So, how can we conclude? It all comes down to how sure you are about your new income project. If you aren't fully sure yet, it might be wise to start as a complementary self-employed. This is a great way to test your project and see if it holds its course. If it passes the tests and you want to commit full-time, then you've already done all the administrative formalities and you can jump straight into the full-time self-employed status and gain the most out of your revenue. If you think you'll be making a lot of money from day one, it might be wise to skip the complementary self-employed status and jump straight into full-time independent. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.